Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now before the video gets started, I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been helping out the channel lately. The channel's been showing signs of pretty good growth lately. You guys seem to be liking the self-hosting videos, so I'm more than happy to continue making them. Just wanted to say a couple of things. First off, I'm running a bit of a giveaway competition sort of thing. All you need to do is in this video, leave a comment and make sure you're subscribed. And then in about 2 weeks, I will pick a winner. Now the winner, you will get a Raspberry Pi. If you live overseas, not in New Zealand, and you are a winner, what I'll do is I'll probably just like give you an Amazon gift card or something at the value of a Raspberry Pi. This will be a Raspberry Pi 4. And if you're in New Zealand, I can just, I'll just ship you one. It'll be a brand new one. All you need to do is just, leave a comment in the description about anything, why you like self-hosting, sort of stuff like that. I'll be definitely picking out, random spam comments. It has to be something good, right? You can only be entered in once, so just don't spam heaps of comments. So in about 2 weeks I'll pick the winner, and then I'll announce it in the next video. And then secondly, I just wanted to point out that if you do like the content that I'm putting out, just please make sure you're subscribed. I think I checked it, and I think the amount of actual subscribed people that are watching are about 5%, and then 95 are not subscribed. So yeah, subscribing helps a lot, and not just for me, but also for my videos to be recommended by YouTube. But that's enough of me talking. Enjoy the video, and I will see you in 2 seconds. Bye. Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So this video is based on Revolt. Now Revolt is a open source alternative to Discord. Now, if you don't know what Discord is just think of it as like a modern day Skype. It's got your messaging, it's got voice to be able to communicate with your friends and whatnot. And a lot of people use it for gaming. So they jump into like a channel that they share with their friends, and you can communicate, and post pictures, just like you can see in the screenshot, and just like communicate with your friends. It's like your nice little hangout spot. And you can have lots of channels you can be a part of. Ones can be like your own little gaming one. A lot of sites and websites and stuff have their own Discord where it's just like a bunch of community can get together. This is a open source alternative to that. So what I wanted to do today is kind of show you Revolt. Just keep in mind that this is very early days. Not if you're coming in here with the expectation that this is going to be one-to-one as Discord, no, I would say remove that and more think of this as its own thing. It's just that the UI and the user experience is very similar to Discord. A lot of the features you might expect to be there that Discord has, this does not have. But again, this is still in beta and a lot of features are coming in. So anyway, this is what you can kind of expect just from the screenshot, but I'm going to show you how to get this set up. I'll be using Docker, but they do just have a desktop version as well. I'll link all of those stuff in the description. But yeah, I'll be spinning this up on my desktop here, but under Docker. So at the moment, I'm just on their GitHub page, as you can see, and if you scroll down, you can see that they've got here the desktop app. So if you just don't want to mess around with Docker and stuff like that, you can just come here. But here is a self-hosted option, which I would like to do. I would like to self-host my own server, and this is why I think this would be appealing to a lot of the self-hosted community, is because, we like to self-host our things. Don't ask me why, we just like to have more control over the stuff. So if we can have control over our own Discord server, man, that's pretty cool, right? I'm going to call this Discord server, but this is Revolt, right? Not Discord. Anyway, let's click on self-hosted. And as you can see here, it's got a little quick start here, which is just a quick way for you to get it up and running. As you can see here, it's not made for production if you run it like that, because there's stuff that will need to change, but I will explain that more in detail. And then under the setup, it's got more of just how we go about doing it. But in reality, if you're seeing my other videos, especially around with Docker, it's essentially just a Docker compose file it gives us. You run it, and away you go. So I think you're already seeing what it looks like. You already know what it's trying to do. It's just an alternative to Discord. There's not much more to talk about. Let's just get it spun up, right, and have a look and see what it looks like. So let's follow these instructions together and we'll go from there. So you can see I've got a window open here. Let me just make it a bit bigger. And in here, I've already done the git clone, which was the first command. So let me just minimize this. I've already cloned it and I've already changed the directory into here. So I've already done those two, but everything else I have not done. So what you need to do, once you've cloned this into on your computer and you've got the folder, Revolt, you can go into it. Now by default, if I do an LL, it has an environment variable. Now this is a hidden file that you need to tweak. So it's asking you, if I go back, what you're doing is you're copying that example file under a new file called .env, right? And this is where you specify environment variables for this and just how all of this stuff's going to work. So if you don't edit that and you just use the standard environment file without changing anything, it's just going to use all the preset stuff. And that's why it's saying it's not recommended for production use, because stuff needs to be changed. Without going too much more into detail, let's have a look what's in that environment file and we'll see why and what needs to change. So if I just do a nano.env, you can see here what we've got here is that we've got this is where it's saying that this is the URL that this Docker container is going to run on. It's going to run on the local machine on port 5000 under this domain name, right? By this thing here, so local.revolt.chat on port 5000. And you can see that all the other services, this is what it runs on: 8000, 9000, 3000, 7000, right? So what they say, if you're going to be running this on a Raspberry Pi, right, and you want to access this from another computer, you can't access it via local, right? So what you need to do is specifically say what the IP address is where you're going to be running it. Or if you're going to be running it publicly, the domain name. So I would change this technically, say that that local.revolt.chat, I would change that to say like techdocs.nz.chat, or sorry, techdocs.chat.nz on port 5000, or the local IP address of, say, my Raspberry Pi if I installed it on there. Otherwise, you won't be able to connect to it. You'll get issues and stuff like that if you try to do it that way. There's other stuff in here. So there's where was it? There's a public key that you can change. You can set up if you want email verification. So you change those. But more specifically, yeah, there's a private and public key that you need to change. And it's got a little guide here on how you can do that. And then there's a few other configurations here, but I'm not going to go too crazy into detail with these. If you just want to get this stood up, just so you can have a play around with it locally, I'll show you how to do that. And keep in mind, again, this is still very much early. This is still in development. So I'm going to be running this on my local machine, so I'm not going to make any change to this, and I'm just going to get this spun up so you can see what it's like. So once we've got that command here done, this one here, all you need to do is literally do docker compose up -d. So if I come back, I do an ls, you can see that we've got that docker compose file here. So if we just have a quick look at that, you can see here what it's going to be spinning up is a MongoDB database, a Redis server, and then it's got the API server that you can see that it's using a specific Revolt chat Docker image here. And then it's got a few environment variables here. It's got the web app, which again is the specific Docker container image that they have. Again, then if you want S3 compatible storage, this is all going to be set up. Mine's not really set up for any of that. But if you wanted your storage, that's where that S3 section was in the environment file. S3 being AWS, Amazon Web Services storage solution. So if you wanted cloud storage for this, you could have that set up. But there's a lot of configuration that you can do if you are seriously thinking of using this in a production environment. But yeah, keep in mind that this is all pretty new, right? There's a lot of development to come. Right, enough talking. Let's get this spun up and see what it looks like. So if I do sudo docker compose up -d. I've explained this command so many times in my other videos, but again, all it's saying is that there's a docker compose file in this directory where I am. Look at it and spin everything up and run it in detach mode, which means that it will continue running in the background even after this command has finished. I'll enter in my password. And now it's going to start spinning everything up. Cool, so it's all stood up. So now let's go back to the instructions and see what it said. So it's saying here that I should technically be able to access it now on my local device using this URL here. So let's give it a shot. I'll just click it. And there we are. So let me just get down to full screen. You can see here, let me zoom in a bit so you can actually see. At the top, you can see that I am indeed on my local machine. And let's create a new account and see what happens. So let me just register. Cool. Let's go back to login and give that a shot. Let's see if I can log in. Log in. Pick a username. Okay. You can see this is really snappy as well, right? Like this is very quick. Hit into my username, TikToks. Boom. Just like that, we are in. And this is all, again, this is all running locally. So if you're familiar with Discord, to get started, you normally just create a channel. So on this top plus here, I can click here. Server name, let's just call this TikToks. Okay. And bam, we're in, right? We've got a general text channel here, but let's say I want a new channel. Click create channel. Let's have this as a voice channel. Call this just voice, whatever. So there we go. We've just got a voice channel. And then if I want, I can create another category. Also not a category, another channel. And we'll call this text channel and just call text chat. Create. If I come here, we can talk. Hello. So, and in theory, what I could do is that if I got on my another computer behind me, made another account, I can connect into here and start chatting, right, on a whole different account. This is now running locally on my network. So now I have like a local chat for everyone. Again, it's so snappy. Like if I want to send a picture, I can just click here. I can upload a sad tomato gif. I can send that up. Done. It's very quick, very snappy. And then what else? If we come into settings, you can see that I can change my profile. I can change my image. So now I have a new profile picture. So what else have we got? If I come down to appearance, you can change the colors of everything. If I want a light theme, I can do that. Let's stay back to dark. Emoji themes, everything. And even on their website, they've got like a site where you can download more themes and stuff as well. Voice settings, you can see here. For some weird reason, this isn't popping up. They might still be tweaking the voice. Maybe it's not around. Just keep in mind, this is still very much beta. This is more of a, hey guys, keep your eyes out for this. This looking pretty cool. They've got bots as well. Again, I'll show you, and I have links in the description where you can find out more about how all that works. And then yeah, that's kind of it, really. It's so simple and so self-explanatory. Let's see what else. So you can have more than one channel as well. If I click here, another server, sorry, not channel. We'll call this TikToks 2. Okay. And now I can change in between these two, right? And then you can invite people, and you can also manage the members with roles. This person can do this, this person can do this. So down here, call this like plebs or something. And then plebs could have a certain color, but not many permissions and stuff like that, right? So you can handle all of that here. Handle the members, everything. So that's pretty much it. This is quick and easy, right? So yeah, this is Revolt. It might not be fully appealing to a lot of you at the moment, just because it's, if voice isn't really there, that's kind of a big thing for a lot of people, but it is something I would recommend to keep your eyes out on and watch the progress of. But in saying that, thank you so much for checking out the video. Subscribe if you liked it, leave a like as well, and make sure to leave a comment below to enter into that competition that I mentioned before. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.